Okay, guys, welcome back. We have right now Kenichi Uchigaki, or Kenny U. He is kind of tagging himself with the alias Kenny U. Makes it easier for us Americans out here to understand. Kenny U is easier than Uchigaki. Anyway, we're about to start this match with the Japanese champion and Beau Runningen, who is #2 in the current rankings of the MZWST Tour. And this is going to be a great match. Beau Runningen will be here shortly. There is Kenichi Uchigaki. We are at the MZWST Tour, stop number 10 at OnCue Billiards in La Mesa, California. You're watching POVPOOL at POVPOOL.com, and we want to thank Clyde Norris for pulling through for the MZWST Tour, who managed to commit this venue to our players here with just a little less than 2 weeks of lead time. And we have 86 players today. This is the first day's play and the second round of play in the tournament. The MZWST Tour is sponsored.
Kenny U.
Sponsored by West8 Billiards. Check out west8billiards.com or wsbilliardsupply.com. Also sponsored by MZWST, Zan Tips, the Turtle Rack, and Kurzweil's Country Meats. Special thanks also to GoPlayPool.com, to Fast and Loose Designs, to Ashi Fachler, the photographer, who is, and also to his roommate, Kansas. Thank you so much. To the staff here at the Golden Q, and also to the great Geraldine Thibodeau. So we're about to start this match. There's Beau Runningen right now, who is a phenomenal player. And he's warming up a little bit. Got Dan Wallace here. Actually, probably sweat this match with Dan if you don't want to sweat. You want to sweat this match together? They're probably going to call me for a match soon, but
I got like half an hour or something, maybe 45 minutes.
This would be a 9-8 race, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll take over.
Yeah, so if they call me to a match, we'll be joined by Dan Wallace and Ashi Fachler, so you certainly won't be left alone here to fend for yourselves. And we'll have Geraldine on the scoreboard. So with that, I'm just going to quickly find out what the handicap is here for this match, and then we'll get this started.
I don't know the other guy. I've heard the name.
He's ranked really high. Sorry. Good.
What's the spot?
Yes, he's a pro. He's a 9, so it's a 9-8 game.
Even
wondering if we can't. Sorry. Kenichi, like Kenny. And then if you slide out a little bit, I will be expendable. And take it from there. All right, and there's the lag, and I'm joined by Dan Wallace. How you doing, Dan?
Oh, not too shabby.
Hey, did you win your first match?
I did win my first match.
Who did you get to play?
Ben, he's a local here in town.
Okay,
he's
so
a good player. He's a good player.
Game,
yeah, he plays as a 7 in this tournament, and Oscar graciously has me in as an 8. So.
Yeah, I was going to say you're an 8, right?
Which I deserve these days.
Well, we're in for a treat. Kenichi Uchigaki is he's a Japanese. He's a pool player from Japan, professional pool player, lives in Japan, and he's out here for some of the tournaments that are upcoming, and hopefully for the Derby City.
Oh, well. Yeah.
And also has a few friends here. He's good friends with Oscar Dominguez. And
as many of us are. Yeah, Oscar's a hell of a guy.
We also have a mutual friend named Taka, who Kenichi comes to visit as well. So we're in for a treat. He's a great player. He came in 3rd place at the Hard Times 10 ball here in California in 2012, I believe. Either 12 or 11.
The big event they had there.
Yes, yeah. He came in, I think, 3rd or 2nd place.
Beau has won the lag, and he's been breaking very well. And Beau's a local California player these days, and up and comer. He's been working real hard on his game. He's got a beautiful stroke, very nice touch. He's got a hell of a package, and we expect to see a lot more from him in the future.
Yeah, he's a guy that works on everything. He works on it. I mean, I've spent a lot of time with Beau in pool halls, different rooms actually, and have just been around him a lot. He's clocked a lot of hours of practice time around me.
Well, a classic old line when you're in the stands and someone says, well, who do you think the favorite is for the tournament? The age-old question is, who's practicing the most?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. In some cases. Beau does put a lot of time and effort into his game, especially as of this year and throughout this whole tour. Whereas, like you and I, it's like, oh, I feel good today. Let's play.
Right. Yeah.
He's got a nice pattern here, huh? He's fortunate to have all the balls wide open.
Yeah. Getting 2, 4, 5. Once he gets that taken care of, he should pretty much be wide open.
He just needs, I think, 6 to the, well.
That's a nice shot.
Where do you think he's going to end up for the 7 ball? Because he's got that 8 on the rail. You think 7's?
Well, the 8's not frozen, so he could stop the ball on the 6 right where it's at, play the 7 in the side pocket, and come on the underside of the 8. And it's perfectly reasonable to do that. If he gets dead straight in or a nice little away angle on that 6 to go to the rail first, he can come up to the top side of the 7, which is what he'd prefer, but we'll see what he winds up with here.
Beau scrapped his way through the top 4 in Arizona last week. He barely, he was really trying to get there, but was unable to get past Vilmush on the 1-loss side. Vilmush ended up defeating him, and I guess Beau ended up with 4th place.
Yeah, here's a little outside angle that he likes. This is how you want to do it. So I'm just going to hold that off the rail and try to get another nice soft outside angle on the 7. Ah.
Oh, you know how they say that's one way
tricky.
to do it.
That's tricky. Yeah, it could have gotten ugly if he got a little too low on that 7. Looks like he's going to go all the way to the head rail from here and come back down.
You know, these are good shots for Beau. He knows how to do it. He can just gently stroke this forward with a little inside and create a natural angle. There's no natural angle right now, but you know, the inside English really helps him, and the speed.
Yeah, and
he's very comfortable with shots like that.
He has a very straight, flat stroke.
Very
so
straight,
when it comes to
very
just
flat too.
when it comes to just getting the cue ball with a little bit of follow to fall through that angle that he had on the 7, he's got exactly the right kind of stroke for producing those shots accurately. Doesn't have to force the follow on the ball. He gets to just roll it through, and it takes over naturally. Guys who prefer to sweep spin on the ball, those little, they have to kind of force that with that follow to push through that angle and create what they want. The ball can get away from you a little bit.
Kenichi probably happy that it's an alternate break format, you know.
I'd agree with that, yeah.
Towards the end of this set, we'll see who's happy about what. But, you know.
I was warming up with Beau this morning, and his break was spot on. His break was really spot on. The cue ball never dropped below the side pockets. It was fantastic. It was always right up in the middle of the table or moving towards the head rail. It was very nice control. And then one ball gets held up by the 6. Looks from here like Kenichi's going to have to use low left and draw back off that 1 to the side rail and spin down for the 2. Unless he just wants to take that nasty cut on the 2, which I doubt he does. It's easy. That's what he's looking at now. Draw back and spin down. Oh, he's put a lovely stroke on that ball. Got just what he wanted. Should be easy to come 2 rails out of that corner. Go above the 7. It's been years since I've seen him play. This is, and he's striking the balls very nicely today.
Seen years since
I've seen Kenichi play.
Oh yeah. Oh, forgive me. I didn't know you were familiar with him.
It's so long, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how old he is. I think he may be in his late 30s, mid 30s, something like that. Yeah, mid 30s, I'd say.
Looks like that 5 ball must be open. He's taking a nice look at it. I don't know. Well, if he opts not to shoot that, if it's that tight, he can always roll the 5 past the 9 and put the cue ball right on top of it.
Justin Logan and Rogan. Table number 13, even race 7. The rack is already back there.
Wow. Both players seem to be pretty determined. They've got very, very confident air about them.
Uh-oh.
And then
that 7 goes in the corner.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Yeah, it does go. But I think he wanted to roll further down for the side. I don't know why he's disappointed.
I think he was playing for the other corner, maybe.
Okay.
Like he expected it to widen from the head rail a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, well.
Their determined air is correct. It looks like they're both aware that one game here or there is going to make the difference in this match.
Sure. But notice though that Kenichi's the first one to show any sign of emotion there. So. This reminds me, well, I mean, both of these guys are break and run on the first rack, but just thinking of that reminds me of the CSI US Open 8 ball between Carlo Beato and Shane Van Boning. Did you see that?
I did not see that.
15, and it was alternate break, and they just ran a rack right after each other for like 16 racks. I mean, it was like amazing. No,
wow.
For almost the whole set. I can't remember where it ended, but it was like almost, I think it got to like 11-11, and it was just break and run, break and run, break and run, but it was alternate break. So they were just like, you know.
It was hold and serve over and over and over, yeah.
It's crazy. That was 2014.
Look at this. Got a little unlucky with that 5 ball, but he's got options here. Yeah, it looks like he's got a nice little rolling carom to make that 5, then shoot the 1 down here in the bottom right corner. I think that's fine. I think he is looking at the carom.
You think, well, oh, the 1-5 billiard shot
Yeah.
there? Yeah.
You just soft roll it. Oh. You're getting a little bit of trouble there trying that.
He was putting speed on that one. He wanted it to come up.
Yeah. I think he expected to turn a little higher off that rail and be open for the corner.
I think you're right there. So that he'd have a shot in the opposite corner. Now he's either going to lay up or bank this. I don't know which.
I think you basically have to try to bank it because you can run the cue ball down towards the 2 and possibly even get the safety. But if you make the 1, you'll have something to work with on the 2.
I believe these pockets are 4 inches. Are they not? You would know.
4 and 1/8, I think.
4 and 1/8.
Oh, just straight up safety. All right.
Yeah, well, if anybody knows that shot, it's Beau Runningen. I've taken lessons from him. Very, very patient instructor.
Well, he's got a wonderful understanding of the technique of the stroke. I mean, his technique is fairly flawless. Looks like Kenichi is going to go 1 rail. He might have to curve that ball up to the head rail a little bit. 1 rail behind the 1, kick it down table, kill the cue ball up top. Yeah, that's what he's aiming to do. Yeah.
Some spin on this.
Very light curve. Yeah.
He's gonna want to kick and stick this ball, just like that. That's the classic kick. That's the short rail kick and stick. Very nice shot.
It's beautifully done. And this leaves a very sticky situation. It's besides going 1 rail to Beau's right, there's really no direct line to that ball. But it's hard to, going 1 rail to his right, it's hard to get lucky on that. It's hard to roll into a safety accidentally.
You know, I'm thinking if, you know, with the very few angles that he has, I might almost want to go airborne on this, you know? Just try to...
It's true. He can see about, once he clears the 6, he can see about 2/3 of that ball. So
he can jump this. He can jump this.
That might not be a bad shot.
Cue.
Absolutely.
He's only going over half the 6 ball.
I think that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's going straight to the end rail to kick back up at it. Again, this is a tough one to get lucky on.
A lot of spin on this shot. Kick, spin, yeah. Ooh. I think see our first safety battle of the match.
Yeah, and there's nothing straightforward here safety-wise. It looks like he might have to create something. This is not a situation I like. I don't think he can just roll that one straight past the 7.
You're probably, yeah, you're right about that.
Oh, he could. Look. Just had enough room for that.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Which basically means that Kenichi maintains control.
You see, this is a good kick to possibly get lucky on. You got a lot of intervening balls there. If he gets to the rail first and the backside of the 1, these balls will naturally separate to some degree. Yeah,
But that's how you don't want to hit it.
If you don't get to the backside of the 1 there, you wind up
I like
doing
hitting
that. Yeah.
with some punch, you know.
I agree.
Like stun.
I agree.
Bring the 1 ball the other side of the table,
Yeah.
and hopefully your cue ball force follows a little bit to the end.
And just kind of stalls it out and lets it die low
Yeah.
behind the 9 there, maybe. Yeah.
That's how I like to punch it, but it almost looked like he was kicking to make that ball.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure I would have taken that risk. Oh, he stays down good on shots, doesn't he?
In a way, both these players have a similar kind of style, you know, as far as thinking or mental.
Uh-oh. Well, he's just got to get the speed on the draw correct. If he gets close enough to straight in on that 6, it shouldn't be any trouble. Beautifully done.
Yeah,
It's very impressive.
Very straight, though. Very straight.
He's got just enough angle to punch it down from the 6, maybe 6 inches, a foot. Gets straight in on the 7, it looks like.
Well, he does have some angle, but not a lot, you know. It's very easy to rattle a ball when you're punching it like this.
Especially on small pockets.
Yeah.
And he did that perfectly.
Yeah. So Kenichi will earn this game and tie it up with Beau Runningen, who received a 1-game spot in a race to 9 at the beginning of this match. So that will make it 2-2 in a race to 9. And if you're just joining us, guys, this is POVPOOL's coverage of the MZWST Tour, stop number 10 in San Diego. We're here in San Diego, everybody, or, well, La Mesa, right?
That's correct.
Is there a little snobbery about that? Like,
yeah, a little bit.
we're
Yeah, in some places of
Mesa.
town. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And I'm sitting here with Dan Wallace, who is from
La Jolla.
La Jolla.
Little snobbery there.
Okay, no snobbery there. And actually, you're a pretty well-known player out here, aren't you? I mean, you're a well-known player from back in the day, too.
Yeah, that's pretty much true. Yeah. Of course, I go to events these days, and a lot of the young guys look at me and say, "Hey,
Who are you? Or
who's so-and-so talking to? Who is that guy?" So it
that's
goes.
good. You're at the age now where you can get a little action.
Well,
once
that's
in a
true,
while,
I suppose, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
So
The tournament is running swimmingly so far, it seems like.
absolutely. are. Race to 9. It's 2-2.
Boy, I'm kind of like.
Kenichi.
I think I like two railing this ball. If he's got the, if he can, I don't think he can see enough of it to two rail it.
Two rail as far
As a safety, low right, and kill the cue ball into the bottom left corner and run the two ball. No, he can't. He can't see enough of it.
He
Looks
can't
like he's
back cut this in the corner.
Looks like he's gonna just run it up table. Ooh.
Yeah, he did back.
What a nice little shot there.
Okay, but well, cue ball worked for him there. But how do you like this shot? I mean, your 5. Your 5 is kind of underneath the side pocket there, so you don't want to get too much angle on that ball, and you're almost, you're pretty straight on the 4.
He nailed that draw so nicely in the last rack to get on the 6 ball. Maybe he'll do it again here.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. He might do that. Looks like he's playing center ball here.
Oh, he had enough angle to follow.
Yeah. Yeah, but he doesn't
And that
like
is
it.
Nicely done.
He doesn't like it, though.
Yeah, he's jacked up on that ball, and he's got to float that 5 to control the speed. Oh, he's not jacked up. All right.
Is he cutting this in the side?
Yeah.
Wow.
Controlling the speed was the hard part. Look at this. Yeesh.
Wow, I just learned something. Yeah, and I didn't think he was, I mean, you know, he just made it look easier than it was.
Now it looks like he can just come straight across the table, leave the cue ball on the left side, middle of that rail, take the cut on the 7. It's a cute little shot if he wants to try to hold it. Looks like he's going to try to run it 2 rails out of the top corner. Is that what he's just looking at?
You know, he's got to try to just spin this with outside, I think.
That's the right shot.
But it's a drag shot, kind of. Yeah. Oh man, he's thanking the pool gods right now. He really is.
Yeah, he caught that ball just a little bit thin and it dropped through to the rail. Yeah.
Just bear down, make this ball. Don't do anything crazy. Solid.
Good shot.
Solid. Very nice shot.
Well, 3-2. Beau is breaking.
Yeah, 3-2. So it's a 2-game, 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
For Kenichi. MZWST Tour, sponsored by Mez Cues. Check out mickey-mez.com and have a look at one of the world's best product lines of production cues out there on the market. Made in Japan.
Yes, the Mez Cue is a very fine product. I've been very impressed with them. Look at his little control break he's hitting. Earlier today, he was really hammering them and breaking very well and bringing the cue ball up to the top of the table a little more. And now he's doing that beautiful little control break. So a little bit of left-hand spin to come off to the side rail and open up.
Yeah, these guys, they're, you know, beyond just the magic rack, you know, the turtle rack is a little bit different than the magic rack. It seems like the regular players of this tour are quickly becoming used to, you know, how to control the break using the turtle rack. You know, I noticed the same sort of cue ball control that when I played Vilmos Foldis earlier today.
Oh yeah, how did that match go for you?
He did scratch one time. He got a bad kick on one of his breaks, and actually, I had my chances. I lost 9-6.
Oh wow, good job. Good job. He's been playing
games.
very well lately. So
Yeah, he's been playing well.
That's good shooting.
I've been playing a lick, so, or at least what I consider a real competitive pool. Haven't really been playing.
Right.
Been playing the weeklies.
Yeah,
at my home room there, OnCue, but.
Oh, look at this beautiful angle control. That's just gorgeous. Yeah, he just.
Well, he's nice here, but the 4 does not pass that 9, by the way. So he has to stun.
Yeah.
And you notice how he did that
He did
so
beautifully.
well. He
Yep.
did not have to hit that hard.
Yep.
How do you do that? You know what I mean? It's like he even cheated the pocket a little bit so that he could create a little more angle.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when you have a stroke that's designed like his, that's relatively flat and really straight, it's easy to pop those balls real square and get a lot of side action coming off of small angles like that. A lot like the old-time straight pool players. They were experts at skidding and sliding the cue ball off of steep angles and just controlling the speed that way, and it had a lot to do with having flat power strokes.
Well, this would be a well-deserved win for Beau if he can win this match, because actually Kenichi came in the top 15 of the U.S. Open this year too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he already won 2 big tournaments in Japan as well. This just last year. So Kenichi's been out there. He's been playing.
Well, Lord knows that's what it takes.
Very nice shot. It makes it 3.
Well, this is a pretty good looking match so far, isn't it?
Yeah.
My goodness.
We got action here
My
at
goodness.
OnCue Billiards in La Mesa, California.
La Mesa, California.
And the cue he's playing with, you see that beautiful? That's a tad cue.
Yes, I noticed that.
And he's been using it for more than 25 years.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
taking a look at it, I would imagine.
And it's one of the fancy ones anyway.
Yeah, but I would imagine he's had a clear coat or 2 put on it in the past 25 years. But it's a very, very old tad, almost 30 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Speaking of which, if you want to take a look at some really beautiful tad cues, Tad Kohara.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Kenichi actually has a couple that are for sale. And I think he has one of them is a 1962. And they've all been very well taken care of, and also recently refinished at the Tad shop as well.
Good ones are becoming a bit of a rarity on the market, aren't they? Well, here,
Yeah, they are.
this is he doesn't have a bank here. The problem is if he tries to cut into the 1 and run the cue ball down table for safety, it could accidentally bump that 7 in. It could come off the rail and accidentally cut it down. So I think he was actually looking at whether or not I should play that.
You know what I think he's looking at? I think he's looking at banking the 1 off the rail and cutting the 7 in the corner.
It's a possibility. Like I say, that's why the safety's a little dangerous. Trying to float the cue ball all the way down is a little dangerous because that could happen.
The problem I think too is that the 7 is slightly off the rail, and so there's a high probability too that he could rattle that 7.
Yeah.
And then just leave a completely open shot on the 1.
Just leave the 1 sitting right there. Yeah,
you just don't want to do that with Beau, because do that with Beau.
Yeah. This is he got into this is an unfortunate spot he got into. There's really nothing you're eager to shoot here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well,
What did he do? He just tried to roll up on it?
he's trying to just roll up on it. So, worst case scenario, he bumps it too hard, gets the double kiss, and leaves the 1-7 straight in for Beau. This is actually sort of the good way to screw up, because now so he actually hit that very well. You know, make sure to float it up there with real good touch. And if you give him ball in hand, well, he doesn't like the situation either. So
Right. So it's the lesser of two evils.
yeah, he's got the better angle. Of course, he gets to come from down here. Oh, what is
It
it?
reminds me of the old adage, you know, like when the 6 ball's tied up or something, and then you're in a safety battle that lasts forever. And nobody wants to make the 5.
Yeah.
Because the first person to make the 6 loses. You know. This is kind of the same. First person to to make the 7 loses. I don't know.
Brian Miyamoto, Ramin, table 16. Brian goes to 7, Ramin goes to 8. Come get your rack.
See, Beau can set up a better angle. There it is. Beau can set up a better angle here now that he's got ball in hand, so he doesn't have to worry about the possibility of making the 7. So as long as he can weasel it down behind something at the bottom end of the table, it doesn't really matter where the 1 goes. But
You know, he can just hit that thin.
the double kiss is still possible.
He hits this thin with a little draw. He'll take that 1 off the rail quite far and bring it to the middle of the table.
That's true.
I think that's what he wants to do, and he's going to try to use the 5, 3, or 9 as
He's gonna
blockers.
down behind the 3.
Yeah, 5, 3, or 9.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, he's left.
Oh.
He's left him wide open on the
Yep.
1.
He's got a perfectly reasonable carom here also.
You think the billiard's on? I don't think
It's
that's on.
it's perfectly makeable. The one is tight, and you could left hand spin. You bank the 1 towards the bottom right pocket where that 2 ball is hanging, and you might get wide open if you make the 7. And then 1 ball, that pocket's tight.
Beau sitting there. He's kind of dejected right now. He's not happy. He's really not happy with that last shot.
There you go. Yeah, he's sizing it up. I think he's going to go for the cut here. Nope. Carom, bank it down towards the 2. Yep. Yeah, that's the shot I liked. It's just that back cut on the 1, the pocket was so small with the 7 obscuring part of that. Yeah. You're almost, unless you get hidden behind the 6 with the 1, you're almost guaranteed a shot on what he did there. That's a good way to do it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, he's probably pretty happy that 1 ball rolled in. It could have gotten sticky.
Now Kenichi back in control now.
Strikes me that Kenichi is very good at keeping things simple, which is really important in high-level pool. He's not trying to do anything too fancy.
No.
And he has done a couple of fancy things when he's had to already, but such as that carom on the 7 to start this run.
Yeah, but that was.
But he's keeping it very simple.
That was, you know, I wouldn't say that that's fancy. I'd say that's more aggressive. You know?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And like you said, that billiard was on.
Yeah.
So you know, just go for it. And if you feel confident with the shot.
Oh, look at that nice little touch there.
That was very nice.
That's beautiful.
Very nice. And you know, it's amazing recovery. And you don't come in the top 15 of the U.S. Open just by getting lucky shape. Also, another one of the tournaments he won last year in Japan, he actually beat Yukio Akagariyama, who is he became a world champ a few years ago. So Kenichi's competition has been stellar as well, even though we haven't been seeing him, and we've seen him in the U.S. Open. But that will make the score now 4-3. That's delayed. And Beau's going to need this break. He's going to need everything he can get on this break. And he's going to have to, you know, part of the winning process of every pool player is to just shake it off and move on. So he's got to get that, whatever that mistake he made, that one ball that he shot, got to get that out of his head and just move on. You know, he knows he's a great player. So
what they say about great competitors in many sports, it's good to have a short memory.
It's, yeah. And, you know, got to remember here that Beau is the weaker of the two players in this match right now. But knowing him myself for about 3 or 4 years, I would have to say that it's more about confidence to him than it is about actual ability.
Okay, yeah. Well, he's still pretty young. So if he keeps it up and keeps the hard work going and keeps playing like he has been, that solid confidence will come with age.
Yeah, and experience, yeah. Well, you know, I think if you take a look in the corner of the room, actually, that's like the Beau supporters right there. You know, those are all his buddies. And, you know, he's trying to live up to that, you know. So there's people putting pressure on him to want to win, too.
Oh, what a shot.
That was a good shot.
Oh, he just fanned that ball right down. That was beautiful.
Vilmos played a shot like that against me.
And that, honestly, that top right pocket plays a little bit tighter than the other ones on the table, so that was an extra good shot.
Yeah.
He wiggled that in just perfectly.
I'm not sure if this is Beau's first or second. I'm not sure if it's his first or second match. If this is a first or second match for both players. And a mistake.
Oh, wow. Kenichi,
mistake.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting it, but it was obvious that Kenichi kind of jumped on that shot. He just kind of got right in there and pulled the trigger, and it was a little quicker than the pace we've seen him playing with.
First mistake we've seen, really.
Yeah, just think he wasn't quite set there, but it's the first error for sure. And given the score and the situation, Beau needs to make the most of every opportunity he gets, and this is...
Well, he needs to execute this shot. This is quite long, and he's looking to just roll that 3 ball down in the corner medium pace, I think, and just come across the table. Yeah, but he also see what he was doing there. He doesn't want to be hindered on his next shot.
Yeah,
because that's what he sees is in the future. You know, is in the cards. If he's not careful, he'll be jacked up or hindered by the 9. That's what he's trying to avoid. Oh man,
it's just a touchy shot. I can understand the nerves on that one.
I mean, he's trying to do a lot. You know?
Yeah.
But
looks like he got a little bit lucky there.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know if Kenichi's apt to jump a ball here. I don't know what.
You know, he could kick to the right side rail. There it is. He's looking at it right now. And just try to get straight into it, or 2 rails, and gets wide open on the 4-up table. And given the option to play offense among the good players, that's usually what you want to do. The other option, of course, is to kick to the left rail, come across the top of that 3, bump it up higher, and let the cue ball float to the bottom right corner, possibly get behind either the 6 or the 9.
Right, but 5, 9, 7 there. Yeah, like a little one pocket safety kind of. Right.
But again, you can But again, you can leave him wide open. There's a lot of gaps there that he could see that ball through to have a shot, a return shot on you. So I kind of like going for the offense. I like kicking at this ball and trying to make it.
How about kicking with speed, like a kick and stick? Do you think that's possible with a little, like if you can hit that 3 flat without losing your cue ball?
That's tough. Oh, he's going with the safety. He's going with the safety. All right.
If he can hit this 3 flat.
He's going to try to get the cue ball all the way behind the...
Oh my God, he tried your
Did
shot?
he not... No. I wanted him to go the other way to make it.
No, but he tried your second shot.
Oh, yeah, the safety. He didn't even touch it, did he?
Ball completely.
Well, that's bizarre.
Unless he was trying to kick to make the 3. I doubt that.
No. Oh, yeah, I mean, maybe if you miss it by that much, maybe he was. Maybe he was playing for the outside edge of that ball instead of the top of it. Yeah, I don't like trying to make that ball from that rail. I like going the other way.
Yeah, I didn't. Maybe we found his weakness. No, I'm kidding. Uh-oh. Okay.
Oh, he's got this
right,
speed.
right.
Beautiful. Look at that.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Yeah.
Table 10, Luis and Ben Yumo. Ben Yumo, table 10, even race to 7.
Excellent fundamentals, you know.
This is just a lovely controlled out here. This is very nice. You see that?
7 rattled a little.
Yeah, but you see how he was lined up with that high left, and the cue came through straight down the line it was lined up on. There wasn't a sweep there. He's definitely a flat stroke player, and a player like Efren sweeps a lot of spin onto the ball. Two different styles. Watch, he comes straight through. That's a representation of the modern power game. The guys who come dead straight through with the cue.
Table number 18, I need Omar.
All right, he's there.
That is lovely.
It's going to tie it up. We do have action, Dan. I wonder what what's the over and under on you getting called versus me getting called to a match? Who do you think's going to be first, you or me?
I don't know. I mean, it'll definitely be in the middle of the hill rack, right?
Yeah. It'll be Let me tell you this great story. Oh, I got to go play my match now. All right, Kenichi now back to the table. It's 4-4. So I think it's at this time where Kenichi realizes he's got himself a little competition here. Uh-oh. You see what I see, Dan?
I do.
You see what I see?
And on top of that, you can fire at the 1-9 and use high left and go 2 rails behind the 2 ball and run the cue ball all the way back to the top of the table for a safety at the same time.
Yeah, there's a built-in safety.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just
you kind of have to go for it.
yeah. This is almost mandatory.
He's also actually looking at. It kind of looks like he's looking at cutting in the 1 that might carom the 9. This is what I like. I like the combo though. Combo with the safety.
Oh, you mean just go ahead and back cut the 1 as though you were going to make it?
I think he checked that out for half a second there, and I can't tell yet what he's lining up on.
You think that's the way to play that shot?
I play the combination and run the cue ball 2 rails up to the top of the table. A lot of ways to get lucky there.
The only major setback to the shot is if he rattles the 9. I mean, as you and I both know, rattling the 9 at any time during this kind of process is the worst thing that can happen. Or scratching.
Yeah, this is the right shot.
Oh, but what's he done?
He overcut it.
I know, but
Yep.
has he left a 1-9 again?
Yeah, overcutting it, the speed got away from him. That's one of those ones you're basically just hoping the 9 goes in on that shot, and you just control the speed of that cue ball at all costs. Get it way up there behind the 5.
Yeah, but
And,
Dan, I like this billiard.
it just got away from
This
him.
is a good billiard right here.
If that 9's frozen, it's kind of tricky, but
You think it's frozen?
Table 17, Rudy Castro, Rudy.
well, the billiard is probably the right shot. And if he makes it, he deserves it. Because you got to contact that 9 pretty clean.
So lucky that
I would have been a
Clyde's
little more
mom-
aggressive on that. But. Oh, go ahead.
No. I'm just, my mouth's watering because Clyde, the owner of OnCue, his mom made us some lunch. So very, very grateful for them. Not yet. Nice shot.
Oh, look at that.
Nice shot. Shot to the 2.
Those are the kinds of shots.
Hey.
Right there, those are the kinds of shots that are in the course of a tournament that you win.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to make 6 or 7 of those during the course of the tournament, and that's a good shot.
Well, it's shots like that too that can really rattle the guy that you're playing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're doing stuff like that. I missed what happened though. What did Beau do there?
He did go for the carom on the 9, but he hit it very delicately with the hopes, I think, of maybe hiding the 1 at the same time, and didn't get the angle correct.
Okay.
I would have played it. I would have played it more firmly than that, just to try to hold the line of the carom, and maybe
Either or. You're just
either
gonna
or.
play it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's just going to float this down, leave the cue ball. Leave the cue ball about the same angle he has now on the 5, just up table a little bit.
Very nice.
Whoa.
Very nice
Whoa.
shot.
Whoa. Oh, it got away from him a little bit.
Gosh, I thought it was going to go behind the 7. What a fortunate roll for Kenichi. He's not jacked up.
Yeah, you should be able to roll down there and get a nice shot on the 6.
It's all happening for him right now. I tell you.
Yeah. Whoa. Well, it's a good shot to draw back, just jack up and spear it in and draw back to the end rail and let it float back up a little bit, or just kind of pop it down and leave yourself the cut on the 7. He's got options, whatever he's comfortable with.
He's going to draw off the rail.
Yeah, this is what I like. Yeah.
I like that too. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All that and the door opening at the same time, creating a glare. How did he do that? That's perfect.
Look at that dead clean.
Oh yeah. But look at this. This is the poison shot. You know about this shot?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, good. He hit it with a little outside. All right, it's good. So it's now 5-4, and it's going to be Beau's break. And at this time, I'm going to leave you with Ashi. I'm going to take a
All right.
break, and I'll be back. So I'm really,
All right.
glad to have you
Well,
here.
thank you, sir. Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Thanks, Ashi.
Hey, Dan.
How you doing, sir? Good to see you.
Good. So the guy
Not
with
too
the
bad.
accent on mic here, this is Ashi. I'm one of the photographers here at the event. Sweating out Dan Wallace, the match between Beau Runningen and Kenichi Uchigaki, sorry.
And Kenichi just made the kind of out that can really keep your momentum going strong. You know, it was a little rough around the edges, and he just made the right shots and got there, and that's how you do it if you want to win.
Yeah, he seems to be on his game today. I've been watching him.
He really does, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yes.
Beau does too.
Yes, I wanted to say Beau is not exactly, you know, bending over and letting him do whatever he wants to. He's coming back with every game, so this might be one of those that comes down to the lag.
Well, it's considering the weight. So Kenichi is really about a game and a half up now, maybe 2 games even. Because Beau's only...
Did Kenichi have to give Beau a game? Or
Yeah.
Yes? Kenichi gave Beau a game?
That's right.
Ah.
Yeah, Beau goes to 8.
That means Kenichi is playing as a pro.
I think that's what he said, yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Oh. Looks like he got him.
Yep. Yeah, he left him.
And with the alternate break format, you know, you get a game or 2 up on a guy, that counts as more like 3. You know, it extends pretty quickly.
Sure, but you know, I also see the flip side of it. Somebody who's down has the ability to come back because of the alternate break.
Well, like,
nobody can put a 6.
They can't. Right, but in the opposite direction, they can't mount the big comeback.
Right.
You know,
Right.
if they get too far down.
They're stunted every time. Yes.
All right. That is a lovely little shot. Got a little lucky there. Gave him the wave.
Luck never hurt in this game, did it?
No, generally not. I don't see any other option than coming 2 rails the way he's looking right now. You have to come 2 rails to the bottom side of that ball.
That's what he's looking at. You know, he's looking actually to miss.
To
miss that 8. You see, that's what he's looking at.
If you come 1 rail to the head of the table and back down, it gives you more intervening balls. Like if you make contact with that, you have a better chance to get lucky.
Well, he's going to go to the long rail just so he can maybe hide behind the pack after.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
After he contacts the 1 ball, he wants to hide behind the pack.
See, but it's just making contact with that ball is so much tougher than 2 rails out of that bottom corner. It's a funny angle.
And there's room for error.
And if you hit it solid, you knock it right down towards the corner, and the cue ball stops, and he's wide open anyway. So
he looked
in that situation. I mean, I suppose it's a question of what you're comfortable with. Do you like the 1 rail? Do you like the 2 rail? I take the 2 rail with some power there, and just hope that the balls run a little bit and get lucky.
That's the thing. The thing is the power. That's exactly it. That he was looking at the 2 rail and thinking, even if I hit it, I'm going to sell out because I'm going to open the table, give him a shot on the 1. So he opted for a tougher hit, but if he hits it, there's a chance that he'll hide behind the pack. So he was playing the odds.
I like what Kenichi was looking at there a second ago, shooting it in the side pocket, using the cue ball to hit the top of the 4 solidly, so that the 4 knocks the 2 towards the pocket and then clears. You know, goes to the rail and comes back out. Then you have an open shot on the 2. I like this. This is the right shot.
I think he's going to try and run in between them, because if he runs on the top of the 4, that 4 can come into play.
No. See, if he hits the top of the 4 caroms off the 2 and clears. If he misses the 4, he hits the backside of the 4 and it clears anyway. If you go between them, you can accidentally run the cue ball off of them both and head towards the corner.
We'll see where he hits. Oh, he missed it altogether.
Well, it's the right shot. He just misjudged how that spin was going to come off the 1.
Can he see? He can't see it behind the. He's looking and coming 2 rails behind the 2. 2 rails behind the 2, I think, at this point.
No, he can see it.
Oh no, maybe he wants to play the 5 and marry it. Oh, there you go.
Oh, I didn't realize he could see the bottom side of that ball.
I didn't know either.
Unfortunately, he has left Beau wide open.
Wide open with a natural angle, 2 rails to that 4 ball.
Well, if you can spear this in and get shape, you deserve to win.
See, that's what I was saying earlier about Beau not letting Kenichi rattle him. Nothing wild, nothing crazy.
That's unfortunate. He's trying to drop it to the right side of the 5 and go down below the 9-8.
And instead,
Yeah, and if he'd hit it solidly enough for that, the cue ball would be further to the right. And it would be snookered. It'd be a good shot, but just a little thin on that ball.
All he has to do is make it with a tiny bit of draw, and he's right there.
Whoa. Well, you can see the face of the ball. We're in that midpoint of a match where both players are playing really well, and they're starting to realize next couple racks, I got to close it out. And they're starting to get just a little loose because of it.
And
touch of nerves there.
If Kenichi gets this match, he's up 2 on Beau in the middle of the match, meaning he's got that 1 game advantage that makes all the difference.
Oh, that's a nice shot.
Yes, he played that speed perfectly to come around the 5 ball. He's looking at the rail on the left-hand side, the long rail, to see exactly where he wants to hit it in order to get to that 6 ball with a little bit of an angle to allow him the 7 next.
Well, presuming he gets a nice angle on the 7, this should be Kenichi's rack.
Do you like 2 rails off the 7 or to draw?
I like 2 rails off the 7. That's what he's doing. Take the flat angle, float it to just below the side pocket, and take a nice little cut on the 8.
Leave himself a shot on the 9.
This is lovely.
Perfect.
Lovely. I mean,
look at that speed.
The angle he created 2 rails out of there, and the speed he hit it at was just perfect.
Right. Two rails, and Kenichi stands a chance to go 2 up on Beau Runningen. There you go, 2 up. These guys are also playing on the very tight table. These tables were set up by the Dominguez father-son team and are playing very, very tight. I think the casual player looking at it doesn't know how accurate you have to be with these with this table in particular in order to get your shot in and get the next game. It's easy to hang balls here. Now Kenichi is breaking and has a chance to go 3 up on Beau. The transition from the 4 to the 5 will be the critical point in this game.
Yeah, well, he has to kick to that 1. And he's probably going to do that since he gets free shape on the 2 ball against the right rail low. So it's the right shot. It's just it's an awkward rack. It's a bad rack. Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't matter if you get wide open here. It's going to be a tough rack to get out.
He needs to get some speed. He can see
got
that
there. He
too.
got there.
He can see
You know,
the 2.
the right shot here is to draw off the 2 into the 6. Hit the 6.
Hit the 5
Spread the 6.
center post.
Just spread the 6-5 and presume that if you hit solidly into the 6, you will have that 4 in the top corner.
I think that's what he's looking at right now. He's looking at that 5-6 at this point to see where he needs to hit the 2 in order to get some angle. The viewers can't see, but he was nodding his head. Yes, yes, I know what I need to do here.
Absolutely flawless.
Beautiful. In fact, from this angle, it seems like the 6-9 are in a direct line to the post.
No, what he's got here, if he just kills the ball where he's looking at right now, and then just center ball with a touch of draw on the 5, cue ball stops on the 7, straight in on the 6. It's a nice little setup.
That's
Just
stop.
the cue ball will scoot a little right here, and then scoot right off the 5 and stop on the 7.
Oh, he's going to go forward. Yeah, see? He
all
opted
right.
for the go forward on that one. He actually got a better angle.
No, he's overrun it actually.
Well, if he goes to the rail, that's what it is.
Yeah, now he's looking at the
He's
6-9.
going
Yeah,
to the rail and just
it's just
coming off the rail a little bit.
I can see from here that it's just a natural bump that 7 off the 5 if you have the other angle. I don't go for this combo on the previous shot,
Yeah,
but
he likes
from that angle I do. But with the previous shot, that's not what I try to go for.
Sure.
This could be the nail in the coffin here.
That's it. Nicely done.
Beau's got a lot of work to do.
I think they're taking their break right now. The 2 players.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Like Bill walked away from the table.
Well, so how are you doing today,
I'm
sir?
doing good. I'm feeling better than I did, so
All right.
happy to be here and
Marvelous.
taking photos. And you'll see some of the photos on the players' web pages as
Yep.
we go along. It's also fun. Efren's here, and he's always a crowd draw, always a good photo.
Absolutely. I hope we have a number of very good matches with him on the TV table here, so that we have a chance to record some matches. I mean, yeah, he's still playing world caliber pool, but he's getting up there at that age where we need to get as many matches of his on tape as we can.
That's right. That's right. You know, I found out that right now he's quote unquote sleeping it off in his car. I don't know what it is he's sleeping off. But
Well,
whatever it is, he's resting. Between
we're all
matches.
used to seeing him taking naps in the stands at hard
Yes,
times, so
exactly.
he's a chronic napper.
Yes, so he's napping somewhere and enjoying his afternoon. Plus, he won. It's funny because the player he won against, it was her first time ever playing the tour.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No, and she's like, "Yay! I got
Wow.
Efren." You know, she was
Smile, frown,
Yeah.
smile,
And-
frown. Yeah.
And to be honest with you, Efren wasn't doing stellar against her because I think Efren saw that, you know, she's not a real match for him, so he relaxed his game, and the result was, of course, Efren won, but still. Notice that Kenichi is staying warm. He's saying to Beau, yeah, you can go. Get your break."
Absolutely. Yep. But I'm going to make sure that you don't cool down my momentum. Beau is returned. We'll get rolling here as soon as he racks. You went the wrong way, Ashi.
In Orlando, table 20, Mayhan in Orlando, table 20, even race to 7, complete rack.
All right, and here we go. Basically, Beau is at the point in the match where he has to maintain control of every rack he breaks. He drops another one, and it's pretty much over. Oh, we got a little bit lucky there. I was talking earlier about how warming up with him and seeing him in a match so far, he hadn't let a single cue ball drop low of the rack, and that one got away from him a little bit, but he made the one and got a nice spot on the two. So, not exactly what he was after, but no complaints.
Yes, and like I said earlier, it's not as if Beau is going, well, you know, you're up 3 games, you're up 3 games, go ahead and enjoy it. Beau is fighting back. He has the ability to do so.
Well, this should be the one. So he's just going to come 2 rails out of the top corner off this 3. And if he gets a good line on the 4, the way he's been shooting, he should get out. I like watching Beau hit these shots. It's you know, this kind of shot is all about trusting the angle you're lining up on and just coming through clean, and he hits that. He does that very well.
Flat. There you go.
He hits those shots so pure. It's very nice to see.
Everybody who comes back to play tomorrow
He just wants to roll over to stay flat against the rail. Beautifully done. Look at that.
To draw back and go to the 6. It's basically a drawback, stop, stop. Oh, he's going to
follow it. All right.
Wow.
I see. He had just enough angle there. He preferred that. We couldn't quite make that out on the camera.
Yeah, from here it looked like all he needed to do is draw.
Yeah.
Apparently
That's a beautiful shot he hit, though. Yeah. I don't know if I would have just killed that ball there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's what he
Beau
likes.
realizes there are only 2 rules for pool. Rule number 1, don't get on the rail. Rule number 2 is don't get on the rail.
Yeah. That was that Irving Crane, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was, exactly. Nicely hit.
One of the smartest pool players ever, Irving Crane. I believe Willie Moscone even said that Irving Crane was probably the smartest pool player he ever saw. Of course, talking about straight pool. But.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he is one of the only players that titled 40 years in a row.
5 decades in a row.
5 decades.
I believe.
4 decades.
I believe late 30s and 71. And he won it every decade in between. Am I right about that? 38 maybe. 38 maybe was his first one, and then somewhere in the 40s, 50s, 60s, multiple times in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, and then again in 70 or 71.
Yes, I think 70 was sort of the last of the televised winnings.
Well, it would have to be 70, because didn't Mizrak win it 4 times in a row, 71 to 74?
Something like that. For those of you who don't know who we're talking about Irvin the Deacon Crane. Worthwhile looking up YouTube to see him play.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Well, this break left him in a position where he probably will have to push out, especially since the 2
No.
and
I thought he
3.
was. I thought he could see the right side of the 1.
He might be able
think
to
he can.
see the right side of the 1, but that 2 doesn't go to the pocket at
Well, I
least
just
not
mean,
from the angle
he
I'm looking at.
can go off the right side of the 1 and come down below the 5, come 2 rails out of the corner and come all the way down.
I still don't see him being able to clip that 2, and that's what he's looking at right now.
No, I wouldn't be going for that at all. And he's got a lot of room to get safe down here. Back if he runs the cue ball 2 rails back to where he's standing.
So
And even if he leaves Beau open on the 1, as long as the 2 is still tied up, it doesn't really matter.
in fact, he doesn't want to run into that 2. He wants to miss it perfectly.
Yep, just float it 2 rails. Come on.
Perfect.
Look at this speed. Look at this speed. Oh,
Right way he pointed.
that's beautiful. So, if, which he probably will not, get ball in hand here, but if he did, what he'd then do is play another safety, shooting the 1 towards the 2, 3 that are tied up, and if the 2 is entirely tied up, to break them open and play another save.
There's a small.
I can't tell if the 2
crack
goes in
there
that side
between them.
pocket, does it? I can't tell.
I can't tell
That's
from
what I mean.
here. Looking at the monitor, yes.
But Beau's going to hit this going 1 rail or 2
Well-
rails, whichever way he likes. It's not. He'll make contact here.
And Beau isn't the kind of guy to jump, I think. So
1110.
Yeah, this is the right shot. You got a good chance to get safe here.
behind that 4 ball.
Just like Ye. Oh,
It leaked out. And
just a little unlucky there.
Now the question is,
Not quite the hit he was after on that shot. He was trying to hit it thinner, so the cue ball came down faster, probably down behind the 9 somewhere. I think that's pretty much what he wanted.
I think so too. Now what Kenichi is looking at is shooting that 2 into the left pocket after he
So it
hits
might be
the
open.
1. He looked to see if that angle is there for him. Oh, he might be going all the way up.
No, that shot's not there. I don't think that goes all the way up.
No, I think
Maybe it
right
does.
now-
Maybe it does.
No. From this angle here, it looks like the 7's in a way.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah,
He doesn't
it's
seem to
not what
like
I want
it.
it to be. So, I mean, it's possible, but he has to let go of the cue ball. He has to let the cue ball loose.
No, I honestly can't get a good enough view on either of our cameras or sitting here near the table how exactly those 2 balls are sitting. So I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know what he's doing. The only thing I can think of is stop the cue ball there. Yeah, he
Oops.
tried to go right on top of that 4.
Now what happened there is a perfect example of someone getting into a situation that they don't like, looking at the different options, not liking any of the options, sort of making a choice and getting down and hitting it a little indifferently. Instead of committing to something, even if it's not what they wanted, but at least committing to it. And that's what he didn't do there. And he came up.
I
And
see
he came
that.
up with a lackadaisical shot that it really didn't do anything at all. And on top of that, it sold out.
I see that as a mental error.
Absolutely,
At the
yeah.
middle of the game,
Yep,
he's up
that's all.
2, and he made a mental error.
That's a lovely shot. That's a lovely shot. Look, he's even got a little bit of an up angle to draw back towards that 4 ball. I think that's a really nice shot.
Draw.
Look at that.
Yes.
Whoa, it's just beautiful. That 2-ball he hit, the shot, the position coming off of the 2-ball was so absolutely perfect. It was incredible.
If Beau gets this game, then that puts him within 1 point away from Kenichi. And if I'm not mistaken, this is a race to 8, correct?
Kenichi goes to 9.
Oh, 9. And it would be...
Beau goes to 8.
Yes, and it would be Beau's break.
No, we already counted the spot, so it's a race to 9. Yeah.
Since the spot was added at the beginning of the match,
correct.
It's right now a race to 9.
And
so
Beau
the spot was added at the beginning.
And Beau just drove that 5 straight into the rail.
And he knows it too.
Well, that's about as an egregious error as they get. That's.
Now, do you think that Kenichi's getting greedy here? Yeah, he's looking at playing a safety. Planting the 5-ball behind the 6.
I think you just play the safety here.
Yep. That's
no need to mess with anything.
He's looking at how will the cue ball react off the rail.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah. I think he just wants to bump that 9-ball and leave the cue ball up behind the 7 somewhere.
Hit the...
Or he's going to go the other way. Oh, he's going to send the 5 over by the 9. Oh. This is interesting. He's left-handed.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Well, Beau can hit the rail first shot here. Yeah, that's what he's looking at. He's looking at the rail first.
Yeah, he really doesn't have a good shot here unless he just happens to be able to manufacture the angle to slice the 9 down. But
yeah, that's what it looks like. That he's going to spin the
and I don't think he can get all the way under the 5 to kill the cue ball, can he?
He's going to spin into the 5. There.
Oh my goodness. Wow. He did have enough room there. Didn't look that way from the live table view. Yeah. I'm looking at it here, and I didn't think he'd get under that.
However, Kenichi has the 1 rail out, and that's what he's looking at right now. Hitting 1 rail right into that 5, and with where the 6 is right now, he might get lucky, and that's the only thing that he has going for him right now.
Well, if you hit the left side of the 5, you can separate the 2 balls. The 5 stays up table, starts to go back and forth, and the cue ball goes straight to the head rail and goes back down towards the 6-9. So
are you thinking he's going
it's possible to get a nice little shot here.
1 rail bank into the left top pocket? 1 rail bank the 5 into the left pocket.
No, surely not. I don't actually know what he's doing here.
I think he changed his mind. Yeah, he's looking at that. He's looking at the angle again. He's not liking it.
I say you go 1 rail here to hit the left side of the 5 with a little speed, and you just try to separate the 2 balls, top and bottom of the table.
Oh,
I don't.
Wow.
I mean, see now if you do this, if you come 2 rails around that ball, if you go all the way around like that, 3 rails into the back side, it makes it easier to get a hit on that ball because the rails pull it into position. But you're knocking the 5 ball down table by the 6 instead of trying to keep it up table with a 1 rail kick, which at least, makes your opponent navigate the table a bit.
the one thing though he didn't want was to miss and give Beau a ball in hand.
True, but on a 1 rail kick like that, it's pretty natural. It's a pretty natural 1 railer.
Beau came just short of his mark. That doesn't mean anything, but that side pocket now is coming into play, and he's going to try and avoid that side pocket. And because of that, Beau just missed.
Well, we've certainly seen who the first to crack is here. Beau's getting a little frustrated now.
Yes, it's very obvious. The viewers may not see it, but he's sitting in the corner and he's looking very frustrated.
You don't have to like how that rolled out.
And Kenichi, rather than hit it softer, overshot his mark. That adrenaline at the end of the match, when you know you might be able to have it in the next two balls. Even pros sometimes get that strong back arm and overhit shots.
Well, he's gonna just a dead clean pocket on this one, bottom right. Suck it right down below the side pocket on the left.
One rep, 2-9.
Ooh, yep, there it is.
Yes.
Juggled that ball in a little bit, but it went.
This puts him within one game of the match.
On the hill and breaking.
Yep.
Always where you want to be.
Kenichi also seems composed, and Beau is has sunk into his seat in the corner. You get a shot on that one ball, and the answer is no. That one ball is married to the top
Position.
rail.
This position looks surprisingly familiar.
Yes,
You know, we've seen this a couple of times already.
Yes, that means that he's breaking consistently.
Yeah.
I didn't say well, I said consistent.
And this one's tougher. It's harder to get safe playing two rails out of the corner on this one.
He's looking at actually three rails, I think, and hiding the cue ball behind the 2-9. Yeah, he's looking at missing that 3 and coming behind the 5, I think.
Just a touchy shot. You don't have a lot to hide behind back there.
Miss that 3.
He hits it good. He hits it good.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, but see,
Don't hit that 5.
you don't have a lot to hide behind.
Well, that's where he
It's just
pointed
it's that
to.
tiny little spot there, but those two balls. I mean,
And he just hit it too hard, that's all. He made too much contact with that one ball. You know, it seemed to me he didn't go up to the top rail to look at the one ball to see the distance between the one ball and the rail.
I don't think he did he?
Right?
Table number 19, I need Stephen Hugh.
And Beau knows how to retaliate for that.
Table 19, Stephen and Brian Hall.
A nice straightforward safety there.
I think Kenichi's going for a 2-rail, doubling the corner and coming at speed into that.
He might be going 3 rails behind them.
Yeah, you know what? I think that 3
enjoys
is
these
way
things.
too big, so he'll go 3 rails, yes. He's reevaluating it
I
now.
don't know yet. There we go.
Yeah.
That's the 2-railer. You know,
Ton of body English, but Beau sprung out of his seat.
yeah, it's tough to get that ball to widen on that second rail, even with heavy spin when you're coming at that speed. It's hard to get it to widen, and that's just what happened there. It just didn't quite open up off the head rail the way I expected it
He was
to.
also scared if he widens it up, that 3 ball becomes part of the formula. And he didn't miss it by much, but he didn't
Oh
want to
no,
widen it.
only about a quarter ball, I think, half a ball or something. I mean, but still.
Is Beau looking to draw back off that one? It
Oh,
seems
definitely.
so.
Oh yeah, definitely. Draw back, leave yourself a nice angle on the 2. Busch pocketed and come between the 5 and the 8 off the rail there. Pretty straightforward pattern at the moment.
Sure. Worst comes to worst, he hits the 8 in, right?
Yeah.
His speed control seems to be right on the money today. In fact, the errors he's making are not speed errors, they're errors which he's just overthinking shots.
And it's really fairly impressive to come down to a room you don't play at all the time and dial in on the speed that quickly.
On a very tight table at that. Beautiful draw.
Good to see you, sir.
Beau is trying very hard not to run into the 9 here.
I don't know, he's going to draw back off it. He was trying to decide.
Yeah, do I want to go 3 rails?
Do I want to run the cue ball up and down the table, or do I want to draw it a lot?
Right
yeah, stop it or draw it. Which do I want to do?
Yeah.
And he opted for the stop. So
he's opting for the draw. I see.
So he's going to come back to where he's standing.
Okay.
Number 13, I need Clint, Alicia, and Reed.
This brings the score to 8-6.
Well, we still have plenty of matches left here for Saturday. And, of course, all day tomorrow. So if you're anywhere in the neighborhood, come on down. We're having a good time. Been a lot of good matches so far, not just the TV table.
Free for the spectators.
And the beer and the Diet Coke are flowing.
Yes, yes, they are. And if we haven't mentioned, Efren Reyes is here together with
correct.
About 11 other pros, including Kenichi Uchigaki, a Japanese pro.
We got one hell of a field here, didn't we? Yeah.
Salvatore came down to play, and many, many others. And if you can't make it here, of course, don't forget POVPOOL.com. Beau is breaking to even the match. Oh no, sorry, 8-6. Sorry, to get within one ball.
Oh, look at that break! Look at that break!
One ball trek straight to that pocket.
It's all right. He's wide open on the 2, but that's just a good break.
Beau's looking on hiding the ball, hitting that 2 up and hiding right behind the 7-8.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I like it. You run that cue ball 2 rails out and head back down table. It's a common shot. You know, it's a very common shot in 9-ball. This safety, we've seen it. We've already seen it 6 times in this match alone. This shot where you run 2 rails and you have some blocker balls in between and you're trying to create distance. Looks like he left him the edge of the ball there.
It does look like, from here, it does look like he left him the edge of the ball. Sometimes it's hard to tell. If nothing else, Kenichi can swerve it just a bit around that edge.
hit the corner and rack,
That's on the break. I see.
Well, he's got the exact same shot that I was just talking about. If he fans the left side of the ball and does exactly what Beau did here.
In fact, he'll be throwing that 2-ball behind the 7-8 even more if he does so. That's what he's looking at. The problem is that the way he sees it, if he does it too hard, the cue ball will leak behind the 7 and Beau will be able to see it.
Possibly be wide open, yeah. It's a touchy little speed shot, but it's really what you wanted. It's the only option.
And that's why he doesn't.
And then he'll shoot something else that's just astounding and make us both look like fools.
No, but see, he stood up on his shot quite a few times because of that, because he's not sure.
Really?
Well, he did that because playing it harder would maybe bring it out.
Well, you know, so if you do the 2-railer out of the corner and you cut the ball like we were talking about, even if you leave him open, you leave him really long. This is a shot that's an easy 1-rail kick to hit the bottom side of the 2 and separate the 2 balls on either side of the table and possibly put the cue ball right behind that. What is that, the 4-5 at the 3-4?
Yeah.
The 3-4 at the top of the table. See, I much prefer the 2-rail out of there. It makes it a more difficult situation for Beau as opposed to this.
It seems like Beau is also looking at if he overhits that 2, if he hits the top side of it, he might make the 9, believe it or not. That's what he was looking at.
It's possible,
he's,
yeah.
He's not liking it. He's getting up off his shot. He doesn't want to hit.
You hit this with stun.
Yeah.
And you hit the bottom side of the ball so that it cuts up table.
Aiming at. He's aiming at the bottom side.
That's what he wants right there.
He really doesn't want to hit the top side of the ball.
He just lined it up to cut it just above the side pocket, which is exactly what you want.
It's a knee flexion, firing hips, shoulder, elbow, wrist, in such perfect synchronization. At the same time, one edge of the other.
And he gave the 9 a whirl anyway. Look at that.
I told you I saw Beau looking at that.
See, I don't like that because of this situation right here.
Right.
He didn't hide the 2.
Too hard, yeah.
I wouldn't have tried for that 9.
I don't know that he tried for the 9. I think it was sort of a byproduct of the shot, but he didn't think the 2 all the way. He hit it a bit hard.
Well, you know, he had to hit it hard to get the speed on the 9 if he came down to 10. And I just figure ignore the 9 and just secure the 2, but
Kenichi is buying time by wiping his cue off. Just another look at it.
that's, well, you can't,
you know,
high pressure situation. He's on the hill. He's giving himself a chance to play safe.
Is he looking at the combo? It's hard to tell.
Oh gosh, no! He's way too close to the 2.
Yeah, I know. That's
he's got to be. He's going to have to fan off the 2 and play the safe down table.
The 3.
3. Sorry, my apologies. It's one of the reasons I don't win as often as I should.
Keep on hitting the 2 and thinking it's the 3. Or?
Oh yeah, the 7 when it's the 8. I don't know.
Oh, that was close.
Perfect.
You left Beau with something to think about right
now. Well, I don't think you can see that ball. He's kind of looking at it that way, man. I think he has to kick to it.
He's looking at all of his options. The 1 rail to the left. Swerving. Actually, you know, it seems like a half mass A might be able to do the job, at least from here.
To hit like a light slight bend to the left, catch the left side of that 3 and separate them on either side of the table. Lightly, you know. That's not bad. This I like. This I like. I mean,
he's looking at kicking
your odds of making the 3 aren't good, but the odds of getting the cue ball to come all the way back down table towards the 7 are pretty good.
There you go.
Oh, hit the wrong side of it.
It's too flat, but
Hit the wrong side of it.
These guys don't like
Kenichi is eyeing that bank.
I think he's going to fire the bank,
He wants to bank it.
It's still the right shot, though. You're on the hill.
Table,
it's a wide open table. You've got a relatively simple bank with wide open shape on a stop shot. You got to shoot the bank. Good players have to go for the offense in those situations, and that's what gives you options to win. You know, got to give yourself the chance.
Yeah, that's us dancing in the background there. Beau just kicked that 4 to a place where he has no pocket.
I don't know. He just looked at that angle like he might. Nope. Well, he's got the crossover. He's got the crossover. He's high inside.
He does, but
you know, can just go.
I'm thinking he wants to hit the rail first and hit it from behind. Leave the cue ball exactly where the 4 ball is right now.
Oh, he can't get behind the ball.
Yes.
No, he can't get behind the ball enough.
Oh, I thought he can.
No, but he's got a crossover into the side pocket, and if he uses high right, he runs down into the corner where he's standing, and he can double out of there and come straight back up the rail for the 6, or he can cross it over and just float the cue ball down there for a safety. Hide it behind the 7-8, but that gets a little touchy.
No, I'm seeing a separation there. He's looking at something else.
Yeah, he is.
He's looking. I think he's looking to hit the rail just before the 4 ball and kick the 4 ball towards the bottom where the 9 is. Yeah, see?
No, he didn't go for it.
He didn't go for the crossover, that's for sure. The problem is...
Yeah, see, he doesn't like that result. That's tough.
Yeah, and he
That's
might
tough.
just left the 9 ball now open.
It's open, but it's not good by any means.
No, but Kenichi will be looking at it. Yeah, Kenichi's looking at hitting that 9 off the rail.
I don't know. Beau shoots so straight. I would have gone for that crossover to the side pocket with the inside spin to come out of that bottom corner like a 3-cushion billiard shot. I think that's his best option. I didn't like this. So.
I made that shot from closer range than somebody.
So, Kenichi knows if he goes for this 9, things can get loose. If he doesn't make the 9, he might get lucky, get safe, or he might leave Beau wide open. Or he can play the more conservative route and try to cinch the cue ball and just float it down there and just play the separation safety.
Yes, and
so,
in any case, right, the separation is what he's going for. The
for sure,
be a
for
bonus,
sure.
But he's not.
Yeah. There you go. See,
that. He's looking to separate them.
This is where things get a little dangerous. You got to.
He's hitting low, so there might be a reason to that. Yes. See, he was going for that ball, and he left that 4 ball on, full on. In fact, he was it so on that he left it with the perfect lead at 6.
I think he was hoping to bank that 4 ball into the 7, wasn't he? So it stopped right there, and at best left Beau a bank. At best.
is looking at tracking straight into that 6.
Yeah, he's got a
He
funny
doesn't
angle
wanna
there.
hit it soft and leave it there, but rather
Yeah, he's got a
track
funny angle on
into
that
the
ball.
6.
So the question is, do you run into it, or do you overcut the 4 a little, go rail first with inside spin and come off the head rail and leave yourself in the middle of the table?
Right.
That's not a bad shot either.
Not a bad shot.
I think it's kind of more of what you're comfortable with here.
He just got off his shot.
And he doesn't seem comfortable with anything, does he? Nicely done.
Very nicely done.
Yeah, he rolled that 4 in, got exactly the kind of hit he wanted on that 6. The speed was beautiful on that.
He doesn't want to get covered by the 7, and that's what he's looking at right now. Coming out to where he just left the tip of his cue. That's where he wants to go. Two rails out to the center of the table. Right there.
It's a lovely shot.
Yes.
Anytime you need both a soft floating speed and you also have to manufacture the angle with spin, that's if you hit that well, that's a very good shot. And that's what he did there. He had to float that out nicely, not let it overrun, but he had to use a lot of right-hand spin to create the exact angle that he wanted.
I was over at Dave Litz's shop, just watching you guys. I didn't want to leave.
Daniel Busch just came, and I think he hired 2 new commentators on this table. Well,
This is a really good out.
pivotal, right? Beau's breaking.
This is a really good out.
Oh no, Kenichi's breaking for the win. So what we're going to look out for is, does he put the 1 right on the rail and the cue ball on the other side of the table, or do he change his break this time?
And this is very important because Kenichi gets this break to hold and win. And if he loses this rack, Beau gets the break, hill.
And because of that, he makes nothing on the break. Nothing. And he knows it. See,
that's right, he did,
Yeah, he didn't want to leave that 1 ball on the rail again.
And look at this. He's left Beau in a terrible spot. So Beau's going to cross over this 1 ball into the corner on the right and run the cue ball all the way down table. You know what? He's not even necessarily trying to get perfect shape on the 2. He just wants to leave that ball down there behind that whole stack of balls.
Yeah.
So he's got a nice shot to hit here.
He wants to be able to see that too. And he knows it.
I am surprised at this.
Well, he went for a safer shot rather than hit it at speed.
Yeah, so he's playing.
Get through the traffic.
Absolutely. I just, I'm just sort of surprised. I mean, that's a fairly benign way to go about that shot. It might work. I mean, he's going to try to roll that cue ball right up behind the 9, I presume.
To me, it seems that Beau plays his speed no matter what. It's what saves him. So if he's down, he plays his speed. If it's the hill, he plays his speed. He doesn't change it just because pressure's on and he's about to even up the match.
A lot of ways to get good here.
Yes.
And I think he left him. Kenichi's going for the jump cue.
The problem with this is
Kenichi's going for the jump bank.
Yes.
And if he sticks it, he has a nice shot on the 3.
Actually,
The rack is kind of screwy. Getting from the 3 to the 4 is tough.
I don't think he's going to try and he's going to try and bank, but I think he's going to
bank it up table and run the cue ball down low?
No, the other way around. I think he's going to bank the 2 low towards the 5 and 7 and bank the cue ball up table.
Oh, that's tough. You know, when you're jumping balls for positional purposes, you generally want to hit them as thick as you can. Well, we'll see. Yeah, that's a great shot. That's a great shot.
And a lot of body English hoping to marry that 5 and 2. And Beau has his jump cue right now. One of the things that Beau doesn't want is after making the 2, making contact with that 5.
This is a long jump to hit accurately. This is. Ooh.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the 3 right there.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Yes. And he knows it too.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways this shot gets away from you and sells out a shot to your opponent. But it's a good shot. You sort of have to take it.
Oh, very nicely.
It's a good effort. That's a good effort.
Kenichi is looking at the combo. I don't think he can clear the 2 into that pocket. So he doesn't want to double hit that 2 coming off the rail, and he might be looking at shooting that combo. What he would really like is to shoot it so soft just to leave the 2 and 7 married.
Certainly.
But the distance here is...
This is just an awkward situation. He doesn't... There's nothing really good here. I mean, he's taking a risk with everything he shoots.
He's looking at coming off the 2 ball and trying to hide behind the 9-5, I think.
I don't know. I have just been called to a match.
Yes. So
looks like I have to roll.
Yes. Go roll, kick ass, and
can we find our intrepid leader?
At the table. That's fine.
Well, Dan, go.
All right. Thank you, sir. Oh, look at this shot. Lovely.
That's what I said about.
Oh, no. Yeah.
No. He tried to hide behind the 5-9, but.
All right.
Didn't.
Off I go, folks.
Hi.
Well, hi, Jerry. How you doing? To those who don't know that wonderful voice, to my right is Geraldine, the uber technical, run it all, better half of Daniel Busch.
Spectators, please beware. There are matches going all around you. Please be courteous of the other players.
All right. So thanks to Dan Wallace for hanging out with us, and good luck to him. Who's he playing? Do you know?
I don't know. I didn't hear. He was just called to his match.
So-
Beau is looking to even up the score.
Yeah, we got a bit of a grind here, huh?
do.
I mean, it was 7-4 or 7-5.
And then 8-5, and
What's
still-
happening is Kenichi.
What's happening is this. Kenichi broke a couple of times, leaving the one ball right on that top rail, and that was a problem. Then he realized that he's been doing that, so he changed his break and made nothing on the break.
Ah, I see.
That allowed Beau to get in there.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, get some control.
Now Beau is in control, and Beau is playing his game. No matter what, Beau is just playing his speed and playing his game. He hasn't changed anything just because he's about to even up the match.
Good safety.
Very good
Excellent safety.
Very good safety. However, and Kenichi, by the way, just left his chalk exactly along the line that he wants to hit. He's been doing that, I noticed.
Oh, have you
A little
really?
trick. Yeah, it's a little trick.
Is that a little move?
Yes, I'll just leave my chalk here and think about it with the chalk there. He's done that now a couple of times. In fact, that's not his chalk. His chalk is on the back of his pocket. So he uses the chalk on the table to mark a spot on the table he wants to hit. See, that's why
The ever
that's why I'm a
observant Ashi
photographer.
Fachler. Thank you,
You're
everybody.
welcome. That's why I'm a photographer. I notice these things. I'll tell you
All right,
who
well-
else does that. Efren, he'll leave a chalk right in your line of sight of shooting. Just give you something
There's all kinds of things. You know, I've seen people chalk their cue, and then they'll move their cue on the table and mark the table like ever so slightly
Sure.
with their newly chalked tip. You know? We're sharing little secrets here
Yeah,
on the
you know,
live stream, aren't we?
That's the benefit of those that watch the live stream, right? That's
true. Don't we learn ever so much?
So Kenichi is looking at. See, that's why he left that chalk there. It's the line that he wants to get on that 4 ball.
Well, it's a 1/2 rail kick.
Exactly. Exactly.
He's got to go around this 9. He may have to. Yeah, he's going to have to.
Yes.
Wow, he
And-
had to
and-
He had to shorten it by hitting it hard.
And notice that the 4 was tracking towards the chalk. It didn't quite hit where he wanted it to. Now Beau just sprung out of his seat on this shot.
Well, yeah, because Beau has an open shot, so
Yes. And an open shot. And if Beau wins this rack, he's breaking.
must be very difficult for. I mean, it's not a lot of spectators, but you see the 4 people over on the side there. Those are all pretty much Beau Runningen supporters.
Yeah. But you know, it
Yeah,
seems
they
to
all
me-
want Beau to win.
Yeah, but I've been looking at Kenichi, and he's blocking everything out. He has let.
Well, he missed it good.
He has let nothing rattle him. The mistakes happen, but nothing along the sidelines has rattled Kenichi today. In fact, the one that is rattled is Beau.
Well, yeah,
He's missed
because-
a couple of straight-in shots.
Well, it's a lot. It's almost hard playing when you got people rooting for you, because then you feel like, oh, I've really got to, execute. I got to perform.
But Beau's a.
Is there any way we can? I might just move the camera up a little because the West 8 logo. I don't like the pocket being covered like that.
Beau's a pro, so he won't let the fact that people rooting for him get in his way. He's a pro.
Well, to the contrary, though, he's technically ranked as a semi-pro in this tour.
You're right. I forgot. Kenichi, in fact, gave him weight.
So,
right?
so
To give him a game
Kenichi's
on
the pro
wire.
here.
Yes.
Yeah. Kenichi has the edge on this match, but here we are. We got a little back and forth on this 4 ball. I don't know if I like this as an open shot for
That's what it looks like.
Beau.
It looks like he's trying to make it and come 2 rails to that 5. Yeah, see? And he hit it way short. He just didn't commit because he didn't want to overhit that ball and overrun the 5. And so he stood up and he just hit it.
He's cursing himself right now.
Yes. Oh yeah, he's sinking in that seat.
Well, Beau needs 2 games. Scores 8-7 in a race to 9. Kenichi, for the unfortunately for the Beau supporters out there, Kenichi could be home free in this match. And you know, kudos to Beau. He's held on for the last 4 games,
Indeed.
but
He's been trying very hard.
But let's see if this is really over.
Well,
he's got to get perfect shape here.
no, I think he'll take a tougher, straighter shot rather than try and get perfect shape and get hidden. So he took a straighter shot. Now he'll go around the 8.
Well, easier said than done. Ashi, he's got to kind of hit this almost pocket speed, which makes the shot a little harder. And he's okay.
That's exactly what he did. I mentioned there earlier that only 2 rules to pull. Rule number 1, don't get on the rail. And rule number 2 is
don't get on the rail.
Kenichi left himself on the rail.
I think you taught me that lesson last time I was here.
I think so. I stand by it. No, this doesn't look good.
Very surprised to not see Beau get out of his chair and just concede that ball to Kenichi.
I thought so too.
Excellent match between the two. Kenichi Uchigaki takes, and welcome back to Kenichi, by the way, who has traveled from Japan to play several events, and we're very happy to have him here in Southern California and to have him live on POVPOOL. Want to thank everybody for watching today. POVPOOL is streaming live all weekend. The MZWST Tour, stop number 10 at OnCue Billiards in La Mesa, California, sponsored by MZQs, West State Billiards, Marty Carey's Jump Q, Virtual Pool 4,
POVPOOL.
Zan Tips and the Turtle Rack, and also special thanks to GoPlayPool.com, to Fast and Loose Designs, and to Kurzweil's Country Meats, and to all of you out there. And thank you, Ashi,
You're welcome, Daniel.
for spending time with us. And
I'll be back a little bit later. I'm going to go take photos, and I'll be back to sweat another match.
That's right. Awesome. Ashi is our resident photographer right now. Awesome to have him around and contributing these moments. So we'll be back with another match. Vilmos Foldis versus Johnny Kang.